There's never a dull day in the land of NRL off-season transfer news. Today we'll be looking at the most talked about market rumours as well as the biggest recent signings. So some rumours were finally confirmed, others have gotten a little more complicated, and we're here to talk about it all. And the first cap off the ranks, we have some rumours of Ryan Pappenhausen supposedly in talks with the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs in regards to his future beyond 2025. Now the exact words I read were that the Bulldogs are firming as favourites to sign Ryan Pappenhausen with a reported $1.6 million worth of free space in their salary cap. This comes after all the drama surrounding his supposed lowball offer from the Melbourne Storm to re-sign. The figure being floated around was that it went from 950k down to 750, and with the Storm having a talent like Suafa-Alongo waiting in the wings, they seem pretty adamant or firm in their offer. So this typically happens with big name clubs that house a lot of high profile talents. Eventually there'll come a day when they'll make a choice in either staying at their club for less than what they're worth, or chase that bag at another club. Enter the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. If Pappenhausen is looking for a Miller season, they would fit the bill, and stylistically, looking at how the Bulldogs have been playing their footy as of late, Pappenhausen would be a perfect fit. They're a fast team that do punch above their weights and love to move the ball around, and you could just imagine having Ryan Pappenhausen running out the back of the shape and space that the Bulldogs can provide. He'll be back to his attacking best. In my opinion, that's no disrespect to their current fullback, Connor Tracy, who had a bit of a blinder of a season to be fair, but Ryan Pappenhausen is the type of talent you do move mountains for to get at your club. Injury prone or not, it is a risk most will be willing to take. We'll take a breather from the rumours here and move on to some confirmed signing news, and it is great news out of West's Tigers camp as they've confirmed the signing of Tero May. After the shock release announcement by the Roosters, many wondered where Tero May would land. Wests were on the list, and by all reports they did get their man. Now, this takes their 2025 signings to another level. Initially I wasn't sure they could fill the void that Stefano Utuikamanu would leave after departing, but Tero May, it's a crazy signing. It's a bit of an upgrade, to be honest, as unlike Stefano, Tero May brings consistency and a deeper skill set. He has a bigger motor, has great match awareness, and just having him in the rotation, you could really get the best out of someone like Royce Hunt, who I was initially worried about having consistency issues, but having a machine like May there, you could lessen Hunt's minutes and allow him to be more impactful. It'll be interesting to see how this Tigers forward pack does line up, because right now they have options. Again, a bloody good signing for the Tigers. Josh Adokar to the Parramatta Eels. This one finally confirmed. It's a funny sport we follow, as Parramatta were struggling in the field. Some strike outside backs only a short year ago. Fast forward to 2025 and now they've got Zach Lomax, two highly touted young guns in Joash Papali'i and Isaiah Yongi, and now Josh Adokar, the Fox, who, I mean, let's be honest, hasn't been foxing as of late. Being riddled with injuries, lost a bit of pace, but one thing he'll definitely bring to the side is that energy. He's, as some would say, a locker room guy by your reports. He does bring in plenty of experience for these young outside backs they've acquired. That's all good news. I'm just a little skeptical on whether he could get back to his best, because towards the end of his Bulldogs run, it wasn't looking too good, if I'm being completely honest. Knock on wood, he does remain injury free at the Parramatta Eels and can get back to his attacking best. Another finally confirmed signing after weeks of speculation, the one they called King Gutho, will be making his way over to the Red V. He joins a couple other high profile players making the switch in Val Holmes and Damien Cook, and all of a sudden St. George's potential best 17 doesn't look all that bad, especially having someone like Gutherson at the back to organise St. George's defence. Gutho, as we all know, is a big talker, and just look at this potential back five. You've got Gutho, Christian Duipolotu, who was solid at Manly, and he's starting to find form here at the Dragons. Val Holmes in the centres, as well as Moses Suli, and I'd assume Ravalawa on the other wing, unless they try to keep Sloan in the team and chuck him on the wing, which could be interesting. It doesn't quite have the size to play on the wing, especially a modern role on the wing, but you could say the same for a young gun like Lehigh Hopoate, who punches above his weights. Two different playstyles though. It'll be interesting to see if they try to fit Sloan into the team. And saying that, it's a decent back five with a nice balance of solid defenders, power, and potentially speed if you want to add Sloan to the back five. This next signing was circulating in the rumour mill for a minute. It was said that he'd be joining the Bulldogs. He instead will be heading over to the Northern Beaches. We are talking about Siusiwa Taukeaho to the Manly Warringah Eagles. One of the pioneers of the MMT movement, Siusiwa Taukeaho, now 32, makes his way over from the Catalans Dragons, where he, it's saying here, played 10 matches. So I did a little digging and he was a part of a group of players that got fired. It says he was involved in an incident deemed to be highly unacceptable by the French club and contrary to their values. I do remember hearing about that, and the tea was that it was him, Jaden Nikodima, and another player all got sacked because they skipped training to attend a concert. I mean, hey, if you ask me, time served to get him back in the league. It's a decent buy, especially with Matt Lodge apparently on the outer. Apparently, Manly haven't offered him a big enough bag to remain at the club. I'm not sure if they've told him to kick rocks. I would have, but Taukeaho is a fine replacement. He'd be a bit of an upgrade from Matt Lodge, let's be honest. He was somewhat of a Jason Daumalolo clone with crazy footwork and a piston-like running game. He'd be a great addition to any team. Manly are lacking a bit of presence to the middle of the field, and I think if firing Taukeaho will be huge for them this year, or this coming season. And finally, the Ben Hunt saga continues, with the Roosters firming as favourites to secure the contract of the superstar Maroon. Now, the story was that Ben Hunt wanted to return to Queensland, and now all of a sudden, there's been a change of heart. He's apparently come out and stated that he's not keen on uprooting his family and moving them back to Queensland, his daughters in particular, and that's pretty valid. Enter Uncle Nick and the Chooks. With the Roosters missing Brandon Smith and Sam Walker for the first half of the season, they desperately need someone with Ben Hunt's skill set. It's a perfect fit. Hunt can play 9, Hunt can play 7. If the rumours are true, I think he will be starting at 9 with Chad starting in the 7. The fact that the Roosters let Tero May walk leads me to believe that they are plotting for a high profile signing, and there's none more higher at the moment than Ben Hunt. If it isn't the Roosters, apparently the Dolphins are another favourite to snag Ben Hunt, and the credence that led to that was that whole story of him wanting to return to Queensland. And we are going to end it there on a speculator. Where will Ben Hunt go? Apparently it's a 2-horse race. Sucks for my Brizzy Broncos, but it is what it is. As always, if you do have any thoughts and opinions on the recent news surrounding the NRL signings, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to run a shot at that like button. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later.